Good afternoon, students. In the previous class, we discussed with the labor cost and how to control the labor cost. For this, controlling the labor cost, there are several methods with regard to how the wages is to be given. So, through the time booking or a timekeeping department, up to a certain extent, the labor cost is to be controlled. So, we see in the previous classes the functions with regard to or the methods of the this labor costing system or the time booking system like that, isn't it? Then the advantages with regard to this. Then in the previous class we see the wage payment, the system of wage payment, where time rate system and piece rate system is the two main methods. Under the time rate system, based on the time spent in each job, that is, based on that, the workers will get payment or the wages. So that is the time rate system. Piece rate system means on the basis of the output, the result obtained or the result occurred. That is which one? Piece rate system. So yesterday we see what is a time rate system and what are its factors or what are its classification. So time rate system based on the time spent in each job, that is the based on that what is the wage is to be paid, that is the time rate system. So under that all ordinary this one rate, then at a rate higher than the rate which is based on the efficiency level and also differential piece rate system. Ordinary rate, there should be some ordinary level for a, that is, if 80% is to be applied, 80% only will get it for the entire worker, isn't it? Then the other one, second one is, if a more than the ordinary level is to be maintained based on the higher efficiency level. So efficiency is one of the important factor with that. So efficiency level, then in such a case, what is that? Higher the rate and higher the efficiency level. And lower the rate means ordinary level. So a level more than that, more than the ordinary, that is the higher the level. And the third one, differential rate, where there should give some slab. The slab in the sense means in the previous problem also we see 80% is the normal rate. Less than 80, that is the ordinary. Then more than that, more than 80, up to a certain percentage, 100, that is what? More than the ordinary rate. And higher efficiency level, that is more than that. So that is the differential time rate system. Not the piece, differential time rate system where different rates are based on the efficiency level attained. Till that we see in the previous class. So today we are going to discuss with the piece rate system. What is a piece rate system? Or how the wages is to be paid in a piece rate system. So I'm going to share with you the thing regarding the piece rate system. So, see the piece rate system or the payment made by result. Piece rate system, our time rate system, payment made on the base of the time spent on the job performed. While the piece rate system is a system of wage payment under which wages are paid on the basis of the volume of the output regardless of the time taken by workers. എത്ര ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് അതിന്റെ ബേസിസിൽ, എത്ര യൂണിറ്റ്സ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട് അതിന്റെ ബേസിസിൽ wages is to be paid to the workers. That is case of irrespective of what the time taken by the worker. That is a piece rate system or the payment by result. Under this, workers are remunerated on the basis of the number of units produced or the volume of the output. How much output is to be produced by each and every worker? Based on that, the output produced, he is getting remunerated. Wages payable are arrived at by multiplying the piece rate with the number of units produced or volume of output. Therefore, wages is equal to rate of wage per unit into number of, so the rate of wage per unit multiplied with the, what is that, number of units produced. So how much production is there? In the previous case, rate is there multiplied with the hour taken for each job. In the case of time rate system. In the case of piece rate system, rate of wages paid, that is to be multiplied with the number of units produced, or how much output is to be produced. Therefore, if worker produces 50 units of a product on a particular day at the rate of rupees 30, 50 unit produce ചെയ്ത് 30 രൂപ വെച്ചാണ് അതിന്റെ ഇതെങ്കിൽ 30 into 50, isn't it? Rate of wage per unit multiplied with the number of units produced. So how much units is produced? So 50 into 30, that is 1500. So that is the case. Then suitability for this. In the case of time rate system also, we are having, we show so some suitability things. So what is that? Piece rate system is suitable in the following situation where methods of production are standardized and repetitive in nature. Methods of production are standardized and continuous in nature, where the productivity of the workers is to be increased. Workers' productivity should be increased, and where the degree of physical work is more than the mental work. Degree of physical work. Mental thinking വർക്കിനെക്കാട്ടിലും കൂടുതൽ physical ശരിക്കും അവിടെ പ്രയത്നിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. അതാണ് ഓർക്കേണ്ടത്. So where the degree of physical work is more than the mental work, where output can be measured and quality control system is in existence. Quality, it should be measuring the quality. That is the thing. Okay. So where output can be measured and quality control system is in existence, and where work does not require skill of higher order. Where the work does not require the skill of higher order. Then these are the what is that? The suitability with regard to. Then the advantages of this system. Incentive for higher production. Bonus will be getting or more rewarded. അതായത് കൂടുതൽ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നവർക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? സാലറിയുടെ കൂടെ ഒരു എക്സ്ട്രാ ഇതും കൂടെ കൊടുക്കുന്നു. So in such a case, that is the incentive for higher production. This system provides incentive to better workers to produce more, and they are encouraged to realize their personal ambition. So incentive for higher production. So advantages are incentive for higher production. കൂടുതൽ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? കൂടുതൽ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടല്ല, മീൻസ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിന്റെ ബേസിലാണ്. അപ്പം എഫിഷ്യൻസി കൂട്ടാൻ നോക്കുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ എഫിഷ്യൻസി കൂട്ടുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? They are getting more benefited through more money will be remunerated as in the form of incentive other than the salary. Then second, it is a fairness thing. That is, what is that? This system ensures fairness by correlating the wages and productivity itself. Means wages is equal to based on the productivity. ഉൽപാദനക്ഷമതയ്ക്ക് അനുസരിച്ച് എന്ത് കിട്ടുന്നു? എന്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്നു? Wages. Then the inefficient workers are penalized as they get only less wages. അതായത് കാര്യക്ഷമമായിട്ട് ജോലി ചെയ്യാത്തവർക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? They are getting penalized as they are getting less amount of money, while efficient workers are more benefited. അതാണ് fairness എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Then third point is costing. So in such a case, costing of production becomes easier as wages form a constant factor of the unit of output. അതായത് കൂടുതൽ ഉൽപ്പാദിപ്പിച്ചാൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൂടുതൽ ഒരു വർക്കർ എംപ്ലോയ് ചെയ്ത് അതിന്റെ റിസൾട്ട് ഓറിയന്റഡ് ആയാൽ he will get benefited. So കുറവായാൽ അതും കുറവ്. അങ്ങനെ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് it should be on the basis of the wages proportionate to the output. So that is the costing. Then lesser supervision. Lesser supervision. Why? In case of the time rate system, more supervision is required because based on the time spent, only the worker is performing the work. Isn't it? സമയത്തിനനുസരിച്ച് അതിപ്പം ഇന്ന് തീരണമെന്നില്ല, നാളെ തീർത്താലും മതി. കാര്യം എന്താ? സമയത്തിനനുസരിച്ച്. ഇതിലോ ഇത് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഓറിയന്റഡ് ആണ്, റിസൾട്ട് ഓറിയന്റഡ് ആണ്. എന്നാലേ എന്ത് കിട്ടുള്ളൂ? സാലറി കിട്ടുള്ളൂ, വേജസ് കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ക്ലോസ് ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് സൂപ്പർവിഷൻ ഇവിടെ കുറവാണ്. ബിക്കോസ് വൈ? വർക്കേഴ്സ് വിൽ ഗിവ് more emphasis on the work, isn't it? So cost of supervision is less as the workers need not be subjected to constant supervision, and personal decisions to be taken. Personal decision. So what is that? Under this, if a worker is constantly producing bad results in a particular job, he may be shifted to another job. This helps the management to identify suitable job for a worker, and thereby efficiency can be advantageously exploited also. So, personal തീരുമാനങ്ങൾ മാറ്റം വരുത്താം. അതായത് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എഫിഷ്യന്റ് വർക്കേഴ്സിനെ കൂടുതൽ കോൺസെൻട്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ഇതിനകത്ത് പറ്റുന്നു. അതാണ് അങ്ങനെ ഇൻഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വർക്കർ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ബാഡ് റിസൾട്ട് ഉണ്ടാകുകയാണെങ്കിൽ he may shifted to another job. So that is the case maybe. So in such a case, what is the thing? Personal decision. Under the system, worker is constantly producing bad result in a particular job. He may shifted to another job and helps the management to identify suitable job for a worker. ഒരു ജോബിന് ഒരു വർക്കറിനെ ആ രീതിയിൽ അവർക്ക് കോൺസെൻട്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പറ്റുന്നു. Then economy. സാമ്പത്തികപരമായിട്ട് ഇത് വളരെ നല്ലതാണ്. Because how it is to be economy, the cost per unit can be brought down with the larger output and possible by distributing the fixed overhead burden among a larger number of units. So that is the case of economy. And another point is motivation. The workers are getting motivated because workers is getting more benefited, isn't it? കൂടുതൽ benefit ഉണ്ടാകുന്നു. So under the system, as the payments are made on the basis of the result, then it encourages and motivates the workers to perform better so that their efficiency and productivity may be increased. So these are the advantages. Incentive for higher production. Then fairness means ആൾക്കാരുമായിട്ടുള്ള dealings, it should be fair. Then costing techniques, that is to be wages is equal to output. Based on the output produced, then only wages is getting remunerated. So that costing techniques are there. Lesser supervision, isn't it? More supervision is not required because if output is produced, then only he or she get remunerated. Then the personal decision, isn't it? Then the economy to be brought down, cost, and motivation. So, അതായത് കൂടുതൽ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്താൽ കൂടുതൽ ബെനിഫിറ്റ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്നു. അപ്പൊ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? Employees are getting, or the workers are getting more motivated, enthusiastic, efficiency is increased, and also the productivity to be increased. Then, along with that, disadvantages of a piece rate system. Disadvantages are, one is low quality. How it is to be? Low quality, demerits. So, too much emphasis on the quantity of production may lower the quality of the products. അതായത് ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിന് കൂടുതൽ എന്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്നു? ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. ടൈം റേറ്റ് സിസ്റ്റത്തിലെ ക്വാളിറ്റിക്കാണ്, ഗുണനിലവാരത്തിനാണ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. So, low quality, അതായത് quantity is getting more important in case of which one? Piece rate system. അതായത് based on the output produced only they are getting remunerated. So, in such a case, low quality. Then, insecurity of the workers. Workers have feeling insecurity because only efficient workers are getting more benefited. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇത് വരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ എന്താ? ഇൻഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു പരിധി വരെ പെർഫോം ചെയ്യുന്നില്ലാത്തവർക്ക് ലോ വേജസ് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. They are getting demotivated. അതാണ് insecurity of the workers. So workers are having a feeling of insecurity. They would have lower wages. They would got lower wages they would get lower wages during a period when their efficiency may get reduced due to factors beyond their control. അവരുടെ ഇതിൽ ഇതല്ല. അപ്പൊ എന്താ ഒരു ദിവസം ഇത് നോക്കുമ്പോ എന്താ അടുത്ത ദിവസം ഇന്നലെ ഈ ആൾ ഇത്രയും പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തു. അപ്പം എന്താ കമ്പയറിംഗ് ദാറ്റ് വിത്ത് ദാറ്റ്. സോ മറ്റവരുടെ എന്ത് ആ ഒരു മോട്ടിവേഷൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ഒരു സാറ്റിസ്ഫാക്ഷൻ ഇല്ലാതാകുന്നു. അതുവഴി there should occur some insecurity to the workers. So that is second point, insecurity. Then third, insecurity to the workers. Then strained industrial relations. Industrial relations. Relation between the workers and the employees become bad if their output is low due to some fault of the management. Management the output is which one output is what is that low. If the output is low due to some default of the management things, then there should maintain or there should occur a industrial relation should be not good, or what is that relation between the workers and employees become bad. Then difficulty in rate fixing. Rate fixation. So fixation of the piece rate creates a problem for the management, as lower the rates may lead to resentment on the part of the workers, while the IR, industrial relation in the factory, will be adversely affected. The smooth or cordial relation between the worker and the employer and the employee, that it gets affected. That is difficulty in rate fixation. That is fixing the rate for the workers, because more output produced workers will get more benefited. അപ്പൊ എന്താ ഒരു ശകലം ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ലെവലിൽ താഴെയാണെങ്കിൽ അവർക്ക് അതിന്റെ ഒരു റേറ്റ് കൊടുക്കാൻ നോക്കുന്നു. അപ്പൊ എന്താ there should occur, the cordial relation will be destroyed. That is the thing. Then next is more administrative work. Work കൂടുന്നു, അതാണ് official work കൂടുന്നു. So introduction of the piece rate will involve increased administrative work, loss of fuel and as production records will have to be maintained for each worker, because മറ്റേന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരുമാതിരിപ്പെട്ട ഇതെല്ലാം എന്താ സെയിം ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ദ സെയിം ടൈം, ഇതിന്റെ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇത് ഓർക്കേണ്ടത്. എന്നാൽ ഇതിനകത്തോ more administrative work will be there, because each and every employee is having their output records. എല്ലാവരും ഒരേപോലെ ആയിരിക്കില്ല പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. മറ്റേന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ സമയം, ആ സമയത്തിനനുസരിച്ചാണ് 8 മുതൽ 5 വരെയാണ് പണിയെങ്കിൽ ആ 8 മുതൽ 5 വരെയുള്ള മണിക്കൂറിൽ അവർ എത്ര പണിയെടുക്കുന്നു ആ സമയമാണ്. 8 hours ആണ് വർക്കെങ്കിൽ ആ 8 ഹവേഴ്സിന്റെ ബേസിലാണ് ടൈം റേറ്റ് സിസ്റ്റത്തിൽ. ഇവിടെ എത്ര പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ നടത്തുന്നു അതിന്റെ ബേസിലാണ് which one piece rate system. Therefore administrative work will be increased. Then wastage also should be increased, because they are not concentrating on the work performed, they are concentrating on how to finish the work. Because of finishing the work they will get benefited, so that workers are forced to increase the speed of the work, that resulting wastage of material, loss of fuel and power, over depreciation of machinery etc. അതായത് മെഷീനറി കൂടുതൽ യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്ത് അങ്ങേയറ്റ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നു, thereby getting getting benefited, so that wastage will be at the higher level. Then health hazard. അപ്പം അടുത്തത് പോയിട്ട് health hazard. അതായത് they are not at all checking their health. ആരോഗ്യം പോലും ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാതെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, they are working for the company, means working in the sense means for producing or finishing the output, then only they are getting more benefited. ആ ഒരു ഇത് അവർക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. അപ്പൊ എന്താ, it gets affect their health. So in order to get more wages, workers may exert themselves to point of exhaustion, means always they are working. This will undermine their health and efficiency. And also opposition by the trade unions. Opposition by trade unions, because അവരുടെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ നടക്കില്ല. അതായത് എന്താ, ഇത്രയും പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു, ആ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ നടന്നാൽ മാത്രമേ ആ ഒരു എംപ്ലോയിക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടുള്ളൂ, വർക്കർ ഈസ് ഗെറ്റിംഗ് ബെനിഫിറ്റഡ്. അപ്പോൾ getting wages remunerated. So that difference in earning may cause dissatisfaction among different workers. Trade unions are openly against this piece rate as this form of wage payment encourages rivalry among the workers. So these are the disadvantages as low quality, insecurity to the workers, strain the industrial relation, difficulty in rate fixing, more administration work means it is increasing the administration work. Wastage also should be increased. Then always they are concentrating on the production because of the more money is to be received, so that it gets affected the health of the workers also. And finally, trade unions is getting opposed by this piece rate system. So this is the demerit with regard to the piece rate system. So in continuation with the advantages and disadvantages with regard to this piece rate system, what are the differences between both? What is the difference between a piece rate system and a time rate system? So we will see that. The based on the meaning. It is a system in which workers are paid on the basis of the time spent on each job, while it is based on the output produced. So it is a system in which workers are paid on the basis of the output. The basis of the payment. A worker is paid at a fixed rate per hour, per day, per month, while worker is paid at a fixed rate per unit produced or the job completed. Endumatram work complete ആയി അതിനെ base ചെയ്ത് they are getting benefited. That is the piece rate system. While in the case of a time rate system, this is fixed rate per hour, per day, or per month, like that. So that is the basis of payment. Then linkage. No linkage between the performance and reward, while there is a linkage between the performance and reward. Because how much time spent by each worker on each job, based on that, there is nothing related to the performance. In case of a time rate system, only the hour involved or only the time spent by each worker in each job, that is to be based on that he is getting benefited. While in case of a piece rate system, how much output is to be produced. So there should be having some linkage between the performance and reward. Then the quality of the work tends to be high, while the quality of the work tends to be low. Piece work quantity can important, while time rate system quality can in the important. So that is the quality of the work tends to be high. Then wastage. Less chance of wastage in time rate system, while more chance of wastage as there is heavy production. More need to produce. Wastage should be very high. Chance of wastage of material and machinery should be very high in piece rate, while low in which one? Time rate. Then supervision. Close supervision is required in time rate system, while less supervision is required in piece rate system. That is, supervision is not at all required in piece rate system, while supervision is required in time rate system. Then maintenance. Cost of maintenance is low, while the cost of maintenance is high in case of piece rate system. അതായത് production produce ചെയ്യണം. അപ്പൊ എന്താ കൂടുതൽ സാധനങ്ങൾ വാങ്ങിക്കണം ഇല്ലേ? അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ചെലവുകളെല്ലാം കൂടുന്നു. Maintaining the cost, that is very high in piece rate, while very low in time rate, because up to the time spent by each worker. ഒരു വർക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എത്ര മണിക്കൂർ ആ വർക്ക് എടുത്തു അതിനെ ബേസ് ചെയ്താണ്. അപ്പൊ എന്താ വീണ്ടും അടുത്ത ഇത് വരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ എന്താ അവിടെ കോസ്റ്റ്, ആ റീപ്ലേസ്മെന്റ്, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഇത് കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ അവിടെ വളരെ കുറവാണ്. പിന്നെ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി. It provides a sense of economic security to the employee, because എന്താ ഇൻസെക്യൂരിറ്റി അവിടെ ഫീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. കാര്യം എഫിഷ്യന്റ് വർക്കേഴ്സ് എവിടെയാണെങ്കിലും ഇൻഎഫിഷ്യന്റ് വർക്കേഴ്സും എഫിഷ്യന്റ് വർക്കേഴ്സിനും ഒരേപോലെയാണ് എന്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്? This remuneration, because the time spent by each worker on each job only needs to be taken in case of a time rate system, while does not provide an economic security to the workers, as more effort is to be required in order to finish the output at a higher extent, or more energetic or enthusiastic or efficiency of the workers will be high. How it is to be? They are producing more output, so that they will get more benefited, and less efficient workers will be penalized with low wages. That is why providing an insecurity to the workers in case of a piece rate system, while providing security to the workers in case of a time rate system. And the usefulness. This method is useful where a worker has to do a variety of dissimilar jobs. ഒരേപോലത്തെ പല ജോബ്സുകൾ ചെയ്യേണ്ടതായിട്ട് വരും. In case of this one, time rate system. While in case of a piece rate system, this method is useful where a worker has to do the jobs of a repetitive nature, continuous nature ആയിട്ട്. Okay. പല തരത്തിലുള്ള ജോബ്സ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടതായിട്ട് വരും in case of a time rate. Because time is to be, that's time spent by each worker on each job. That is there. While this method is useful where a worker has to do the jobs of a repetitive nature. So these are the differences between a time rate system and a piece rate system. Very important for this question. This question will ask more times. In the previous question paper, this is there. Time rate versus piece rate. What are the differences? So we study this one. Then the balance we will see in the next class. That is, we need to do the problem part. That is, piece rate system under this straight piece rate system, then piece rate system with a guaranteed time rate, and also differential piece rate system. അത് നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ time rate system കണ്ട പോലെ, അതായത് ordinary level or ordinary rate, then rate at a level higher than the efficiency rate, and also differential time rate system. That is the three types of time rate system. Like the same piece rate system, straight piece rate system, അതായത് നേരിട്ട് ഡയറക്റ്റ് എത്രയാണ് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന അതിന്റെ ബേസിൽ, അതാണ് സ്ട്രെയിറ്റ് പീസ് റേറ്റ് സിസ്റ്റം. രണ്ടാമത്തേത് എന്തായിരുന്നു? പീസ് റേറ്റ് സിസ്റ്റം വിത്ത് ഗ്യാരണ്ടീഡ് ടൈം റേറ്റ്. അതിന് പ്രത്യേക ടൈം ലിമിറ്റ് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. ആ ടൈം ലിമിറ്റിനുള്ളിൽ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇന്ന റേറ്റ്, അതിന് മുകളിലാണെങ്കിൽ ഇന്ന റേറ്റ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ്. ആൻഡ് അനദർ വൺ ഡിഫറൻഷ്യൽ പീസ് റേറ്റ് സിസ്റ്റം. അതിനകത്ത് മൂന്നുണ്ട്. Taylor's differential piece rate system, Merrick's multiple piece rate system, and a Gantt task and bonus plan. These all we see in the next class. So today we discussed with what all things. What is a piece rate system, and what are its advantages and disadvantages, and what are the differences between a time rate system and a piece rate system. So please have a look at today's topics, and please clear as if the doubts occur through personal messages through WhatsApp, and please see the video once I uploaded, and then reply me that need to. I already saw this one and saw the video, so that I have no doubt. If any doubt arises, I will clear with you. So with that, I am going to wind up this session. Thank you.